I feel like Steph Curry is about to retire.
A man of wealth, a student of science, and a master of other people's minds. Today's story, never seen, only heard.
Welcome back. It's your boy Java That Dude. And as always, I'm joined by my beautiful co-host.
CoCoYam.
And we have another interesting story for you today. So sit back, relax, like and subscribe, and let's get into another real random talk. Steph Curry doesn't seem to be very happy with the NBA right now, so let's go ahead and see why.
I think because the way the CBA is structured right now, we can't participate in equity. And that's a big deal because, you know, it is a partnership with ownership. It's a partnership with the league. And we're on the short term of that revenue, right? Like, those numbers sound crazy, but what the league is doing from whatever area you want to compare it to now is probably, 10x that. So the idea that we can't, participate in equity while we're playing is a part of why I would say yes, we are underpaid, because you want to be able to participate in that.
And are underpaid.
CoCoYam, your thoughts?
So I feel like Steph Curry is about to retire. Kind of like with politicians when they're about to retire, all of a sudden they start speaking their mind, disregarding the consequences. Steph Curry is worth like a couple of $100 million at this point. First of all, speaking out against the NBA means that he's about to retire. He really doesn't care. Second, so if you are asking to participate in part of the NBA's equity, how does that look with your contracts? Does that mean like rookies can also participate, or do you have to play for a certain number of years? That's one of my questions. And another thing is that going to influence the amount of money that NBAs are being paid in general? Because if you sign a $250 million contract for like 5 years, is that also including the equity? So are you asking for more money essentially, or do you want less money and then participate in the equity? It's kind of I have like a lot of questions in regards to that, because I don't know how that will look for other players as well. Is it just a general broad participation, so like every player that plays for teams will participate in the equity, or is it just certain players and having it included in their contract, or do you even just want an option? What do you think?
So there's a lot to unpack here. I think when you start talking about contracts, collective bargaining, players union, negotiations, TV contracts, I think it's different. It can get confusing because it's different for every single league.
Yeah.
Right? I think if you look at the NFL, I think their contracts are smaller, whether that's due to the life of them playing the game or how much control the owners have, right? It also is based off of their negotiations and collective bargaining with their players union, right? NBA, the contracts are a little bit bigger. The less people in the NBA. They don't wear helmets. They can be seen, right?
Yeah.
They can bargain a little bit more with buying power, with their name, image, and likeness, right? And then you have baseball, where you got pretty small teams, specialized people. Their contracts are enormous. Absolutely enormous, right? $700 million contracts.
Wow.
But I don't know if they participate in team equity, right?
I don't think they do.
I don't think they do either. But out of all of these leagues, the NBA, I think you would agree, has grown the fastest. I think.
You think so?
I think it's grown the fastest. At least internationally.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and say at least this Golden State Warriors team, based off this graphic right here, definitely grew pretty quick. $315 million to $9 billion just in his career.
How many years is that? How would you
I
say?
mean, he played what? I mean, he's playing what, like 17,
17.
17 years. LeBron's on like 20. I mean, it's probably like 17, 18, right? It's
That's
probably like
not
17, 18.
bad. Yeah.
That's
a
a
lot.
huge jump.
Yeah, that is.
That is a massive jump in his contract. This is definitely not changed like that. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think anything has changed like that. That's a massive gain. But Golden State was also a small market team. I guess it's a little bit bigger now. But Steph has a point. That's my point. Steph definitely has a point. But I think Golden State is also an outlier.
Yeah, I'm always, don't get me wrong, I'm always all about people getting their money, collecting all their things, like some people would say. But is it just certain few people? Because what happens when you get traded?
Your contract goes with you.
So now let's say if part of your contract is that you have equity, does that mean if you get traded to like a horrible team, it will just go with you? Like, you're gonna have equity in the new team, or or you're gonna have equity in the old team?
I would assume you still have equity in the old team.
Wow. So like if you get traded like 3-4 times in your career, then you are just out here like collecting equities.
Well, that's yeah, obviously you would have to negotiate that into your contract. Because I think to answer another question you had, no, not everybody's gonna get that.
That's not fair.
It is fair. I think you probably have to play into that type of benefit.
So you have to be like the 1% players, like your LeBron James, your Steph Curry.
Yes, you would have to be the individual who transformed that team.
Okay.
That's how I think. Like,
okay.
Steph Curry wouldn't. I don't even think anybody would be listening to this conversation if the last line right there, since drafting Curry, wasn't there. You know.
Yeah.
So,
okay, it makes sense. I
agree. Same for Cleveland. Like, yo, I bet you LeBron would. I mean, he's already gonna be the most paid player. I bet you he would catch Jordan probably.
Do you think? Wait, I'm thinking the Sun. You say LeBron is gonna catch Jordan?
I would say, like, if you had the ability to have equity in a team, and he had equity in Cleveland when he got to Cleveland in 2003, then he would catch Jordan.
In terms of wealth.
In terms of wealth, just because of what he would make off of how he made that team grow.
That's true.
I don't have the numbers.
Yeah. Well, things are constantly changing, because just think about it. A few years ago, people, these football players were not even allowed to get paid, and now they are. So, Steph is bringing up a very great topic, and he may not get it in his career, but at least he has dropped that nugget out there so that these new players know exactly what to request, because closed mouths don't get fed. So
but that had, like he mentioned, in the current CBO, collective bargaining, it doesn't, or the current collective bargaining agreement, it doesn't allow for that. So that means the union is going to have to negotiate for that with the owners to make that happen, in the league to make that happen. It's interesting.
Good on Steph. I'm sure you're ready to retire if you're like complaining about the NBA now. So
yeah, but I mean, that's good though. Get everybody else to make their money, Steph. Good on you.
Exactly.
All right. Well, please like and subscribe. Let us know what you think about this topic. If you think NBA players are underpaid, if you think they deserve to have equity in teams, just, it's an interesting topic. Let us know what you think.
Until then, we'll see you next time.
Peace.